Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having a brilliant Christmas. Loaded up the Mini onto the trailer here, and it's now a 2-hour journey, and it's going off for a rolling road session. Hopefully, I'll have to ask the owner of the rolling road whether he'll let me do videos, but it'd be great to get some video footage of the session. Okay guys, so the Mini's back home now. It's been a bit of a long day, but well worth it. So the reason I had some flat spots is because there was an issue with the ignition system. For some reason there was a very weak spark going to the plugs. So I set the plugs with the right gap, but we ended up closing it up just, probably about another, I think it closed at another 5 thou. And then we played with the points as well. We altered that a little bit, but that actually made it worse. At one point we didn't even get a spark, so we put that back almost back where I'd originally set it. Just checked basically all the connections and leads and stuff, and then done another run, and it was all sparking then fine. It was it was all okay on that run. So we carried on with the dyno session because we was gonna pull the plug on it. And then try and solve that ignition issue, and then have another go at it another day. But it's like a 4 hour, well, probably nearly 5 hour round trip to the dyno, so it was good to actually get that fixed while we were there and get some runs in. So we've done a few runs to start with, just to get an idea where we were at, and I think we got just under 30 kilowatts at the wheels, and then we started playing with the timing. Didn't touch the tune. The tune was all good. There's just a slight area mid-range where it just gets a little bit rich, but it's nothing. He said it's nothing to worry about. So he said under normal driving you'd be driving straight through that anyway. So that's all good. So I kind of got the needle profile pretty good at home with a lambda sensor, which is quite encouraging. Gives me confidence to do more tuning and trust myself a bit more. But now it's always good to run it on the dyno anyway. Timing was pretty good where I had it too. We tried, it ended up being about 12 degrees before top dead center in the end, so we did adjust it slightly, just to give us literally we gained probably another 2 or 3 horsepower out of this, from the dyno session. So we didn't actually really gain that much, but the thing is, it's now a totally different car to drive. No flat spots at all. Pulls really well. So yeah, in the end, we ended up with 5,500 RPM, 32 kilowatts. That's the actual wheels, not from the flywheel. So he's done all the calculations and worked it out. It's not bulletproof, but was talking nearly 50 kilowatts from the flywheel, which I think it equated to about 68 horsepower, which is quite impressive. It does go, so I don't doubt it, but it may be optimistic. But I would certainly expect at least 55 to 60 anyway from this. So yeah, good result all round, really. So the next stage is to basically get it all certified, and then get it all on the road. Get a warrant of fitness so we can use it on the road, or so my son can use it on the road and enjoy it. So that's it for now, folks. And as I do more work on the cars, I will be loading up more videos. So thanks for watching. Cheers for now.